Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Kevin Miller from Habitat for Humanity. Always so interesting to hear what all's going on. But I think we've seen the outside of these homes. You see them go up and you think, what a pretty little house.
Yeah.
Take us inside. What's the floor plan look like? What does a Habitat house consist of? Are there basements during tornado season?
Right.
We have these questions.
Okay, I have these answers.
Great.
Our goal is to create decent, affordable housing. We're not trying to build something extravagant. We're not trying to build a home that the families who live in these homes won't be able to afford. That's a big part of what we're doing,
right.
Creating affordable, decent housing. And so, these homes, they're attractive on the outside. Families pick the colors, the siding, all that kind of stuff. You go into the home, there's the normal stuff, kitchen, living room, bathrooms. There is a basement in the bottom, and there's great appliances in these homes as well. Bedrooms. It all depends on the size of the family. We want to make sure that the family has space to grow, space to thrive. Space to invite friends and family and community members over to create community for themselves and to create an opportunity for themselves to really grow into this home. This is the home that they're going to be with for a long time, and we want to make sure that they are, satisfied with the home, but that they've got space to not only be okay right now, but to grow and thrive in the future. And so, it's a wonderful home, quality built inside and out, basement, bedrooms, all the normal stuff. It's a home, and it's a home that they built and purchased, and it's a pretty beautiful thing.
So cool.
Yeah.
One thing that hits every homeowner is how many things a house needs done to it after it's been built and you've lived in it a while. Houses are never satisfied, are there? There's always something that it's screaming to have done to it. How do you train them and teach them to care for their house?
That's a good question. And I think this is further complicated because some of what we do, we don't just build new homes, we also renovate existing homes. Yes. We call that our Preserve a Home program. And so some families who partner with us don't build new homes. Instead, they renovate homes that exist. And so there may be an older home that while we fix it up and get it in great shape and it's perfect when they move in, eventually those older homes might need even a little bit more love than some of the new construction, right? So we actually have an award-winning program called Homeowner Maintenance Education. In fact, I've posted recently on our Facebook page for Habitat, which is facebook.com/Habitat for Humanity ECO, a video of homeowner maintenance education. And essentially, this is a set of 6 life-size modules that families will go module to module and learn how to maintain different parts of their home. So, for example, there's a basement module. And in the basement module, since we just talked about homes having basements, they'll learn how to do things like change the air filter in the furnace, how to shut off water in an emergency situation, what to do if a circuit trips, and so forth, what not to touch if something goes wrong, and when to call somebody because this is beyond the scope of any person trying to interact with it.
Exactly.
That sort of thing.
You hit that point where it's time to not do it yourself.
Exactly. We have a kitchen module where we talk about pipes under the sink, and we talk about tightening cabinets when they start to come a little bit loose from years of slamming and opening. We have all kinds of opportunities for them to figure out how to put sliding doors back on track, which is something I have always wondered myself. So there's definitely training. But beyond that practical keeping the house alive, from a physical standpoint, we have training that helps families to thrive financially. We do financial literacy courses. We do wills and estates. We also do personal development training. So it's called Foundations, where they learn how to not just deal with their past, as any good person needs to know how to deal with the things we've come from, to build on that for a stronger future. And so it's kind of coming to terms with maybe some negative things that have happened in the past so that you can build off of them instead of pushing them down. And so there's a lot of development that goes on here, not just from a knowledge and understanding standpoint, but from a personal, in my heart, I know this to be true about myself sort of standpoint. And at Habitat, we talk about building a couple things: strength, stability, and self-reliance. So not just homes. And we're not just talking about building homes. We're talking about building people.
But what I hear you saying is that you are using the building of the home as a perfect analogy, a metaphor for what's happening inside that person and inside their life.
It's almost like it was a plan. That's what we're doing. Foundations all the way through the roof. We're using the house as an illustration for how we build ourselves and we build our own futures.
Well, you are about to kick off building season.
Yeah, and we're going to kill it, too. We're going to kill this build season.
We're going to kill it.
We're going to get it.
Yes, and we'll kick it off.
Yeah.
But when is building season?
We're just getting ready to start.
Okay.
So, we have tons of projects getting ready to kick off. We're in the planning stages now. Some stuff is already going. We're doing some minor home repair, critical home repair sorts of projects. And we're getting to kick off build season with volunteers. I get notifications every time a volunteer signs up, and they're starting to really flood in, and my phone battery's going pretty fast these days. And that's an exciting thing. I mentioned just a little bit earlier, kind of in passing, that we have about 5,000 volunteers or more pass through our doors every single year at Habitat for Humanity.
Who are these people?
Yeah, it's everybody. I mean, you'd be surprised. It is literally people from all walks of life, all faiths, all kinds of backgrounds are coming to Habitat for Humanity, because I think there's something undeniable about seeing that tangible result at the end of your day. You've got a piece of drywall up where there wasn't any drywall, or you've got a wall that's been freshly painted when it wasn't painted. It fits people like me who very much like to see a project start and a project end. Mm-hmm. You know, all this open-ended stuff is tough sometimes. And so Habitat, there's a house where there wasn't a house. You know, it's hard to deny. So people from churches, organizations, businesses, they're all coming to Habitat for Humanity to serve as a team. Sometimes we just get, often every day we get messages from our website from individuals who want to maybe bring their kids out, or a youth group from their church to try and figure out how they can impress upon younger children that service is important. And so all these things, it's everybody. And individuals as well. We get messages a lot from individuals who just say, I want to do something. Mm-hmm. I just want to raise my hand and say I'm available. And we get a lot of those, and we find places for everybody to serve.
And when you're talking about that kind of a commitment, are you seeing the house from start to finish? What if you only have a day or two here or there? Can you use that kind of a person as well?
Absolutely. The beautiful part about Habitat is we work around you. Because it's got such a strong presence in this community, we really can be more flexible sometimes than a lot of nonprofits can be when we're talking about volunteerism. We work around your schedule. And so if you've got an hour, if you've got a year, we want to talk to you. We also have opportunities for long-term volunteers. I mentioned the Habitat crew a bit earlier in the show. And so these are men and women who volunteer every single week. Some of them are seeing a house through from start to finish. Some of them are alongside site supervisors being project leads. And so, if you've got some time, if you've got a lot of time, if you've got just a small fraction of time, we want to talk to you because it's important. And our number is 330-915-5888.
And give us the website again, please, Kevin.
Sure. Habitat is habitateco.org. ECO for East Central Ohio.
Perfect. All right. It's one thing to have a house. Mm-hmm. Then you need to fill that house with furniture. Does this come from Restore? How do the new families furnish their new homes?
A lot of families do end up getting a lot of furniture from Restore. And by get, I mean purchase. Mm-hmm. And so I think in our welcome home baskets, which we give, there are tools in there and cleaning supplies. And people actually donate some of those basket items as well, which is pretty neat. And so part of what's in that basket is a Restore gift certificate to get them started. And so maybe there's a little bit of stuff in there that they've gotten as a gift. But by and large, families are ready to go. They've got furniture already, or they want to get stuff that they really want because they treat this as kind of a fresh start, a fresh beginning. I'm getting my keys. I'm doing this now. Things are on track and I'm ready to push ahead. And so, they'll visit Restore and get those crazy good deals just like I do when I walk through it every single day and try not to buy everything I see.
That's so cool.
It is.
I just really want to get down there, especially after you do the grand opening.
Yeah, and I talk about this a lot.
That is.
Yeah, I'll get right to that.
Okay.
And the thing I want to mention just before that is how beautiful it is to me. And I think I probably say that every time we talk, that this is just this beautiful circle of investment on everyone's part. And how this all works together is just this incredible, it's like a piece of art coming together. I mean, homeowner house payments helping to fund additional homes being built, the Restore helping to fund all those things. But also once the homes are built, Restore can help families fill their homes with the stuff that they want. I mean, it's just this beautiful big picture of people and communities and processes working together to make sure that families have what they need to thrive. And it's beautiful. Back to your question, though, before I get way off track. The Restore grand reopening is happening April 1st at 1400 Raft Road Southwest. This is a big time where we're celebrating the move of Cleveland Avenue down to Raft Road. We're going to have expanded hours. There are going to be refreshments that day. Big sale going on at the same time. And so it's going to be a pretty spectacular day. I don't think the community is going to want to miss it. 7,000 additional square feet of shopping space. I mean, gosh. It's going to be a big day.
Just to see it.
You got to see it just to see it.
So much fun.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, the Renewal Project.
Yeah.
I do not want to forget about talking about that. So
yeah, let's do that.
That's all about.
I think the last time I was speaking with you, we were talking about the beginning, or the Renewal Project was coming up. And essentially, this is Habitat's $3.5 million 4-year investment in one Northeast Canton neighborhood. So in this one neighborhood, we've got a number of residents who are aging in place. We've got hardworking families who are just kind of struggling to keep the neighborhood up, keep their own homes up, and for various reasons. And it was also what's called a tipping neighborhood. So it's almost to that point of, if it gets much worse, it's going to be way worse for way longer. And so we're trying to step in, do what we can as Habitat with our 30 years of history, our knowledge of home building and renovation, critical home repair, minor home repair, which we call A Brush with Kindness, demolition. We're even building some pocket parks in this community. So we're trying to make this holistic investment in this one neighborhood on the northeast side of Canton. Now we've had some time pass since the last time we spoke. I can tell you that it's going very well. Families are taking advantage of the critical home repair, the minor home repair. Everybody who's partnering with us in that community is doing the same sort of sweat equity work. They're getting a zero interest loan or a zero interest mortgage, depending on what the property is and the work that's being done. And the community is coming alongside of it to really make a big investment in it. Whether that's volunteerism or financially contributing to this project. Out of that $3.5 million, we're almost there, almost completely funded. We're still looking for a bit more, but we're close. I don't have the most recent figures, but it's very, very close. And so anyone listening can volunteer with us, can give financially, get your business, your organization, your church to be a part of the Renewal Project. It's on, it's happening, and it's going very well. And I'm happy to be able to give you an update on that.
Same phone number and website to participate?
Absolutely. 330-915-5888 and habitateco.org.
You know, and it seems to me that when you pull together families like that who are taking pride in home ownership, taking pride in their communities, that's got to affect the crime rate in those areas in the right way.
That's a big part of why the Renewal Project was important to us. This particular neighborhood has a really high home ownership rate, and it's actually higher than the national average of home ownership rate. And so, doing this sort of work, this investment, this holistic focus on one neighborhood, it's improving safety, it's improving pride in the neighborhood. It's going to bring more people from outside the neighborhood to want to live in the neighborhood. It's causing this cycle of investment instead of disinvestment. And I think that as time goes on, we're going to see that that's a great example of what can be done when energies are focused. And so we look forward to replicating it in other places. It's been a huge success so far, and we're just getting started. I'm excited about it.
Kevin Miller, Habitat for Humanity, thanks so much for all you're doing in our community.
Appreciate the time. Thank you.